Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we've got yet another Nitecore flashlight to check out. And I'm telling you what, guys, personal opinion here, I think flashlights are evolving at a crazy, I don't know how else to put it. And this flashlight is definitely going to give us an example of that. This is the EX7 from Nitecore. Now, of course, it does come with their lumen shield. That is pretty much their turbo option. Standard construction. Aluminum construction. You do have a fixed pocket clip there. It is dual-sided for sure. You got your charging port as well, USB-C charging. You've got some definite milling going on. Magnetic base, side switch operated, and really, it's got some pretty good texturing on it for a grip. Where this thing really shines is right here. It's got 4 NightLab M515 array LEDs. Now you can probably see it in there, but normal, your regular everyday LED has got a single emitter in it. As you can tell, each one of these LEDs has 5 emitters set in an array pattern. Now, me being a prior sonarman in the Navy, I have dealt a lot with arrays. Sound arrays, not light arrays, but in these, you get light arrays. Of course, you can see you've got the orange peel reflector in there. Now, this is going to be able to give you a lot of light and multiple beam patterns coming out of it. There's 3 separate beam patterns. You got mixed light, floodlight, spotlight. But this flashlight is putting out 6,000 lumens in the lumen shield mode. Now, with those 3 beam patterns, you're not going to get the 6,000 out of all 3 beam patterns. I'm going to show you right here, okay? And then you guys can definitely go look this up. But in your mixed light, your lumen shield has 6,000 lumens. And pause and look at this if you would like. But you've got high, mid, low. There's all your ratings. Now in your spotlight, you've got 3,000 lumens. And there's your stats for that. And then in your floodlight, of course, that in spotlight, they're kind of got, it's turbo search. There you call it turbo. You don't have that extra boost in the floodlight mode. And then, of course, you have ultra low and strobe. But my goodness, the amount of light that these are able to put out is incredible. And now it's powered by a single, there we go, 21700 battery. Pretty much standard operation as far as, you press and hold, you get your low light, then you can click through and cycle up, shut it off, double click, there is your lumen shield. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to a lower level. Now, if you press and hold, and you'll be able to see this, and we'll see it outside too. But if you press and hold, you can see it switch between your beam patterns. I'm just pressing and holding the side switch. See how it changes? That pretty much looks like your flood. Spot. There's kind of your mixed. It's with those, with that. There. With that array, you are able to get so much different light out of this with that LED array. It's pretty amazing what flashlights can do. Now, you're going to double tap for your turbo or your lumen shield, depending on which beam pattern you're in. You're going to triple tap for strobe. It does have a strobe function, as you saw there. 3,500 lumens is what it's strobing at. That's still quite And if you turn it off, we'll turn it back on, turn it off, cycle up. It remembers it's got beam pattern memorization. So we've got that beam pattern. We'll switch. Okay, different beam pattern. Let's go to that one. That one's a little bit more. Now, turn it off. Now, if you press it and you want to cycle up, do it right away. If you leave it set, I believe it's 3 seconds or 5 seconds. If you leave it set on one level for so long, we'll just hold it there and then press it. It'll turn off. If you want to cycle, press it on and then cycle through your modes, and then you can shut it off. But if you press it on, hold for, I'm pretty sure it's 3 seconds, and I'm just kind of talking here, press again, and you shut it off. But the array LEDs are what really are getting me in this one, for sure. It is, the technology is crazy. I mean, technology is advancing at light speed pretty much. So let's get some stats on it. You're pretty much about 5 1/4 long, about 1 1/4-ish, if it'll sit there, 1 1/4-ish wide at the bezel. Get you a weight on it. Now this is probably a little bit large for me to EDC. Pretty much 7.6, 7.5 ounces or 215 grams. It is a little bit large for me to pocket carry. Great bag, house vehicle, you know, however you want it. It does not come with a sheath or anything like that. So on your person, it's pretty much pocketable. If in a jacket, maybe something like that, I definitely, it's a little too large for me to carry in my pocket for every day. For sure. I mean, I guess you could probably, if you just wanted to clip it to your belt, you probably could do that. My belt's a little bit wide for that. Or you could do it tip up or tip down, whatever your preference is, right? Right? But now, this guy coming in, it's $99, it's $100. That's pretty much what, $99.95 I think is the price on it. But I tell you what, let's get this thing outside and we'll definitely do some playing around with the beam patterns and all that. I had a lot of fun with this one. Just because it offers so much, and it's, you know, on some of these flashlights, they offer a lot, but the user interface is kind of, you know, you have to do a lot of crazy stuff to get to it. This one is pretty self-explanatory and pretty simple to use. But let's get outside and let's play with it for a little bit. All right, we got the EX7 out here, and as you can tell, where are we at? There we go. We're on eco, low level. You can see the edge of the deck, but you're not seeing the ground. Now it's on low. We definitely got a more search-centric beam pattern going here. And it carries out quite a ways. It's not quite making it. It's probably making it about 60 feet is where you guys are seeing it in the camera there. There you go. There's medium. There we go. Oof. There you go. There's your lumen shield. 6,000. 6,000 lumens. Now, I'm going to try to change beam patterns here so you can kind of see the different beam patterns we've got going on. Now, that one looks like the mixed light because you've still got that beam, but you've got a good amount of flood going on. Change it again. It's a little bit wider hot spot. Guessing that's more of the flood. It's kind of hard to tell because in one of these In one mode, you've just got the center of the 5 array, and then in 2 of the modes, you've got all 5. So it's a little, I was thinking you'd have all 5, 4, and 1. It's not exactly how it works. There you go. There's the wide. Pretty sure that's full. You got everything. When they say, because they say search, flood, and mixed. I'm pretty sure this is your mixed beam. There we go. There's a little bit wider flood. Now let's see if we can kick that up. There we go. There's your flood. That's what I'm getting. That's where I was getting. Your flood only your flood only goes up to 1500. So you don't have like that turbo. That's why when I was cycling through those other 2 beam patterns, it was just 2. There we go. Okay. It takes some playing with. You know, like I said, the flashlight's got a lot going on. But definitely has some interesting beam. There you go. There's your mixed light. Got a little bit of everything. There's your, definitely call that flood. And call that search. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Just got to play with it. Figure it out. But it does a lot. All right, let's get back upstairs. All right, guys. What'd you think? I mean, so many different options, modes, beam patterns. It's pretty wild. It's a really, really fun flashlight. Now, like I said earlier, probably a little bit big for me to pocket carry, but definitely, you know, like I said, bag, car, home, something like, in some fashion like that. If I was going to carry it on my person, it would definitely, you know, well, this time of year, I'd be wearing a jacket most likely. So jacket pocket, sure, absolutely. I mean, you could clip it to Molly. You know, you could clip it to your jacket pocket, outside jacket pocket, if you have like a chest pocket, breast pocket, or something like that. So it's easily accessible, that type of thing, for sure. But, you know, at $100, for the innovations you're getting out of this light, it's pretty remarkable, actually. I'm loving this. I am loving seeing what is happening. I mean, of course, with knives, you know, blade steels, all that good stuff. With the flashlights, oh my goodness. I guess there's just so much innovation that you can do with them that it's wild. But, guys, thank you so much for checking this out. Really have to thank Nitecore for sending out the EX7, giving me the opportunity to check it out for sure. But guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.